Hey there, everybody. What is up? Welcome back to the Good, the Bad, the Ugly podcast. I'm Rebecca Yuson, and this is the podcast where we talk all things actually real estate and wine. But today we're being very focused and we're not drinking wine for a good reason. So we'll get to that in a little bit. So many of you know that I absolutely love being with eXp Realty. And I also love helping agents build big businesses in a way that they love and enjoy. So today I'm super excited to share with you my guest who's going to tell us all about her journey and her best and worst stories of being a new real estate agent with eXp Realty. So I am so excited to introduce to you Ondria Rodgers from eXp Realty. Ondria, welcome.
Thank you so much, Rebecca, for having me. I am really excited to be on the podcast with you today.
Oh, I love it. You're so
I
adorable.
appreciate you. Thank you. The
Oh,
energy reflects the energy of the other person. So, you and I are reflecting adorableness together. How about that?
yes. I wouldn't have it
Absolutely.
any other way. All right,
For sure.
everyone, buckle up. This is going to be a good one and it's going to be full of energy. So let's go. But first, we have to talk about what we're drinking today. We are being very responsible. We're busy today. We're focused and we're doing things right. So today, we are drinking tea.
Yes, today is a tea day. I'm actually drinking ginger tea today. Um,
Ginger.
I just had lunch and I needed to be energetic and focused. And so ginger was the perfect tea of choice for that.
That sounds delicious. I
Yes.
just have tea that I'm a little embarrassed, but it's called Smooth Moves.
Oh, okay.
And it's really good. It makes things happen. So
Hey, that's
so
what's up. That is
embarrassed.
the best tea to have. That is the best tea to have. Make things move smoothly.
That's right. And it makes you
Exactly.
feel good and happy. So and that's what we like.
No one will ever be able to accuse you of being full of anything except for smooth moves.
Oh my gosh,
See,
I love you.
that's
You
how
and
that
I are
works.
going to be best friends when we're done with this. Okay, so Andrea, we want to know all about you. So first of all, I need to know how long have you been a licensed real estate agent?
That's an interesting story, Rebecca, because this is the second run of my real estate career. So I obtained my license in 2005
Okay.
and I learned a lot. And when the market crashed in 2008, 2009, I had to relinquish my idea of being an agent at the time. And so I let my license go. I got a full-time job and just began taking care of my family. So I became relicensed in 2019.
Okay.
And I bounced around from Century 21 to Keller Williams, and nothing against those agencies at all. They were awesome for what I
Mhm.
needed at the time. And I really enjoy my journey. And I say enjoy because I'm still on this journey. I've really enjoyed my journey as a realtor from that point to this.
Yep. I can only imagine. I'm not sure how you were licensed in 2005. You seem a lot younger than I thought you were. So you must have started when you were 10, which is impressive.
Look,
Well,
everybody, Rebecca's check is in the mail. I paid her to say that, y'all, just to let y'all know. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I and that's so funny you say that because I'm always looking in my mailbox for checks and I know they're coming. So I wish they still sent checks. It's so fun.
Well, this is true. With everything being electronic, it would be a pretty surprise to have some paper in the mail.
Yeah, I think something is about to happen because you just confirmed it. So yay!
Okay, all right then. Let's put it in the air. Okay, I'm with you.
So I love you.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, so next I need to know where you are. What markets are you serving?
Southeast of Michigan, basically the metropolitan Detroit area. So we've got the city of Detroit, Dearborn, Livonia, Ferndale, Royal Oak, Birmingham, Farmington. So it's like the city and the surrounding suburbs. Dearborn, Dearborn Heights, because I'm very close to those areas.
Yeah, and that's a huge market,
It
isn't it?
is. It
Yeah.
is. Detroit is still undertapped, to be honest, because of all of
Ooh.
the wonderful upgrades that are going on in the city in terms of buildings being remodeled and being refurbished, and homes being invested in and purchased by real estate investors. We have a lot of development going on in the city that doesn't just enhance the downtown Detroit area, which is the plus. We finally have an administration that cares about the surrounding neighborhoods in addition to its downtown. So, as the downtown is flourishing, which I encourage, if you haven't been to Detroit's downtown, now is the time to come. There are so many amenities to the downtown Detroit area, so many activities going on. We've got festivals, we've got parades, we've got bar crawls, and the downtown is expanding every day. And that wonderful momentum is coming into the neighborhoods. So now you're seeing the revitalization of neighborhoods that were once empty and dead. New housing projects are going up all over the city. You have developers coming and building up areas that were once desolate and vacant. So the Detroit area is really the place to come, particularly for those investors that are still looking for diamonds in the rough.
Oh my gosh, you heard it here. I can't tell you how many people ask me what it takes to get into the Detroit market. And even though I was born and raised in Michigan, I'm really not familiar with what's going on there. I've spent a lot of time exploring Detroit because it's
Okay.
so beautiful. Like
Yes.
the old buildings and architecture, and
Yes. Yes.
oh, I love it and I want all of it. But even I didn't really know what I was going to be getting into, but you know what you're doing. You've been born and raised there, so you know
Yes.
exactly what you're getting into.
Yeah. No matter how far I dream of being in my life, Detroit will always be home. I take
Oh,
great pride in being from the city of Detroit,
yep.
and it's one of those cities that is really a secret. To be honest, not a lot of people know about the gems that are here. And, Detroit is also one of those cities that is a close knit community. We have communities in Detroit that do a lot for the people that live there. We have youth programs that are sponsored by nonprofit community organizations. We have programs in the city that help teen moms, single moms, that help the homeless. And so all of those communities, they really kind of feed off one another,
Hmm.
and there's this synergy that takes place. So if I have a need where I'm at in Warrendale, which is a neighborhood in Detroit not far from Dearborn, I know and have connections with people that may be on the east side of Detroit that could help, and then vice versa. So being in Detroit is really like being in a small town city, because it has that feel, that family feel to it. At least that's been my experience personally.
Well, that is clear that you love the area that you're in, and you know it well, and you have all of the connections. So you're definitely my girl now when I have someone asking me about Detroit. So
Awesome.
get ready.
Okay, I'm ready. And I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And
Absolutely.
it's reciprocal, so for sure.
Absolutely. Well, I'm super excited because I have missed some opportunity because I just didn't know where to start. So this is a gem in the making right here. So anyway, okay. So you've been in the real estate industry for a while, and you left for a little bit, which is so sad, but a lot of people had to leave. It's just the way it was.
Hmm.
So you came back and in 2019. So when did you first hear about EXP?
That also is a story. So, with Keller Williams, and I'm actually loving my experience at Keller Williams.
Of
The people are
course.
awesome. The training was great. So there wasn't anything that was negative that prompted me to leave. My situation is such that I love working from home, and being able to work from home affords me the opportunity to take care of family, to take care of, other personal needs that are really important to me. So being able to work from home was essential. And with offices being open up, because the pandemic was basically affording people the opportunity to go back into the office. Restrictions were being loosened. So there was this big push to have everyone come in the office. Well, that just wasn't a part of my lifestyle. I really needed to be at home and close to family. So I decided to find a brokerage where I could be completely from home and still run a successful business. And EXP offered me the opportunity by everything being virtual. And because I'm a tech head, Rebecca, I love my technology. Anything that has
Oh,
to do with geeks and gadgets, I'm your girl. I'm your girl.
yes.
So if you have any issues with computers, or you need to have, you have some issues with software, I'm really good in that space. I worked in the IT industry for over 12 years. Not only as a technician, but then I rose to middle management position. So I was really, really versed in tech, and that love never left. So being able to come back to a space where I could marry my love for real estate with my love for tech was just yes,
Ooh,
hallelujah.
that's
So
when things really spark.
yes.
That same thing happened to me, but not because I love technology, but that's so exciting. So when you first came back, then did you find EXP right away, or were you with another
No, I
brokerage?
was with another brokerage. I started with KW Legacy, and then I was at Century 21, Kern and Oberski, and then I went to Keller Williams, Advantage, and Novi. And again, all of my experiences with these brokers actually was much, much better the second time around than when I first got my license in 2005. Rebecca, when I tell you I was green about business and real estate, I was literally a blade of grass. I had no clue about how to run a business, how to interview brokers or anything. So I just landed with the first brokerage that, was willing to take me on. And that experience really opened my eyes to how much control as a realtor you have over the direction of your career and your business. So being savvy about what your vision is, being savvy about what brokerage you really want to belong to is really, really key for
Yeah,
a budding real estate agent to have and really great grounded understanding of, because if you don't have those foundations, you'll be floating, you
yeah,
know? So it's really important to know what your vision is for your career and your business, what type of brokerage you're looking for, and the type of environment and atmosphere in which you want to grow your business and yourself. And then looking to see if you can find a brokerage that fits what your vision is for you and your business. Had I known that in 2005, I probably would have gone totally different direction.
yeah,
How I do want to say though, the grace is in the lesson, right? You learn from the
yes,
lesson, you learn from the mistakes. So I learned so much, which is why the second time around the experience is much more positive for me now.
yep. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. When you're a new agent, you don't even know what you don't know. So
Yes, that
you
part.
know. You go with what
Exactly.
you think you know and hope it works, but you don't even know it might not work. So
Right.
whatever. It's just the way
Right.
it is. That's how we grow. So it's all good.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
so you love that you get to work from home and you love the EXP technology.
Yes.
Was there anything else about EXP that really drew you in?
Um, I was really surprised, to be honest. I knew that everything was virtual, so I really wasn't expecting a lot of people interaction, only because everything was virtual, and I just knew that by everything being virtual, the limitations of interacting with people would probably exist. Well, that's not the case with EXP, I found out, pleasantly. As soon as I signed on not only did my brokers reach out, my mentor reached out, my sponsor reached out, I immediately was plugged into the training, and I was invited to the meet and greets, and I was brought in to the fold as if, I was, a long lost family member, which felt really, really welcoming. And it felt like I could really plant my feet with EXP and
Yep.
really shine, because I was being embraced and enfolded by people, even though we're virtual, these people who were treating me as if they really cared about my success. And that made the world of difference in an environment that's completely virtual, because I feel like I'm in my business by myself, but I'm not alone, if
Yep.
that makes sense.
It makes total sense. And I totally agree with everything you just said there. So, has that helped? Has that changed your business, or like the things that you're picking up with EXP? Has the way you've done your business changed a little bit?
Yeah, it actually has. While I have learned a lot from my previous experiences with other brokers, I've learned a great deal. That knowledge and experience, coupled with being able to see the same old thing differently. So I'll give you an
Mhm.
example.
Okay.
I just closed my first transaction with EXP last
Yes.
Friday. So,
Okay.
yay!
Thank you. Thank you for building our stock.
Absolutely, absolutely. And in having that experience with that client, what I brought over with me from previous experience with just learning the business was patience. And what
Ooh.
EXP showed me, in addition to patience, was resources being readily available. So not that I didn't have that before, it's just I knew where to look, because EXP showed me here are all of your resources. So if you run into any issues, in case you can't reach anyone, or in case, you have to do something on the fly, if ever there's an opportunity for you to have your resources, they're right here. So just go right to them. And
Yep.
being able to, be able to talk to someone and be able to reach resources at the same time was like amazing.
Yep.
I'd run into so many issues with the closing prior to that. Being able to talk with someone, being able to read things, being able to pull the information when I needed it was critical. And everything went so smoothly, even though there were so many ups and downs and roller coasters in this deal, Rebecca. It was like if anything could go wrong, it went wrong with this
Okay.
transaction. Okay.
Normal first deal.
Yeah. And this journey with this first transaction was truly a hero's journey. Yet,
Aw.
I had people that were supportive, encouraging. If I had a question and I couldn't reach anyone, I had resources where I could go to on a split of a second. So I learned that having that one-on-one, in addition to having readily available resources at the same time, is really, really, really important when you're going through a deal. And Rebecca, how fast things move in a real estate
Yeah.
transaction. You know,
Yes.
things can drop at the last minute,
Yep.
people change their mind and all of that. So being able to talk to someone and having resources available to me at the same time when things are moving so fast was amazing. Just
Aw,
is amazing.
it is amazing. Yes, totally agree. So, EXP Realty has so many programs and spin-offs
Yeah,
to offer us as agents. So, it's not a one size fits all brokerage.
right.
Is there anything that you've been looking at or exploring that EXP offers to help you build your business that you're considering
Oh,
getting into?
absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Rebecca, I have had to rein myself in,
Oh boy.
literally, because there's so much, and because I'm an Aquarius by nature. So
Ew!
are you?
Yes,
Ah, fellow
yes.
Aquarian. High five. High
I
five.
mean, so many
Yes.
Aquariuses. I love it. We're the best.
Yes,
We're like,
absolutely.
we're the dreamers. We're the crazy ones. We're the ones
Yes,
that make things happen because we get
exactly.
bored.
So you understand where I'm coming from with reference to that. So my mind is all over. Oh, I could do this. Oh, I could do this. Oh my God, I could do that. Oh, did you see that? I could do that. So having a vision and having goals have helped me to narrow down what fits in the vision and what doesn't. right?
Okay.
So that I'm not all over the place and I'm not helter skelter. And what fits the model that really fits into my vision for my business really well is express offers and becoming certified. So that's the next goal, to become certified in express offers and
Uh-huh.
really hone into that certification and use it to its maximum, to benefit the investors I work with and to attract other investors as well, specifically because of how the opportunities in Detroit are really starting to blossom and bloom. So
Yeah.
having that extra piece with express offers and working with investors that can come to Detroit and invest in my community and in my people makes a huge difference. Just it's a game changer for me.
It is a game changer.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
definitely my next step.
So do you want to tell us a little bit about what Express Offers is?
Well, what I have learned so far, express
Uh-huh.
offers is the opportunity realtors have to work directly with investors.
Yep.
And at the same time, we're able to offer sellers offers for their home right there on the spot through property analysis, through having a network of cash buying investors right there on the spot that can offer sellers that it's sort of like an iBuyer program,
Yeah.
so to speak. And so having that opportunity with sellers, particularly that may have run into an upside down situation, or maybe the seller has repairs on the home that they can't afford to make, express offers makes things really, really seamless and takes the stress off of the seller by offering the seller an offer for their home right then and there without having to go through the traditional seller process of listing the home and marketing the home, et cetera, and so on. So it makes the selling process for a seller that may be motivated a lot easier and a
Yep.
lot stress free.
Yeah. And you really could help save a lot of homeowners
Yeah,
from losing their home. You're giving them a much better, safer alternative to move their property. And then it's an investment for a new person. And so many great things are going to come out of that program. So
yeah,
hurry up and get it done.
yes, definitely. The goal is to be express offers certified within the next week.
Oh,
I think within the next, whenever the next training is.
okay.
So
Yes.
definitely.
Yeah, they definitely put you through a lot of training, which is awesome. You definitely know what you're doing when you're done and you're
Yes.
ready to go. So it's
Yes, that's
really,
another thing too about EXP. With all of the plethora of programs and trainings that are offered, EXP makes sure that you're ready for whatever that next step is in your business.
yep.
And because of all of the resources and certifications that are available that you can get within EXP, it really is the sky's the limit. And it's all about what it is that you see for you. And that freedom for me is everything because as you know, as an Aquarian, we can't be locked in a box.
No,
We have to be
no.
free to spread our wings and see what's on the horizon so we can make our own choices and decisions.
Yep.
And that's another thing I really love about EXP.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So it's clear you and I both love EXP Realty, but there anything that you've said, oh, since I've come here, I regret that?
Um, I wouldn't say regret. I would just say I do miss the opportunity to connect face to face or in person with other colleagues.
Okay.
And I understand, we are still dealing with um, the pandemic, not on the level, of course, that we did in 2020 or
Yeah.
2021. It's just that though there may still be some limitations, I do miss the camaraderie of attending frequent events that happen weekly, or every month.
Yep.
Um, and it's not a regret. It's just something that you miss over time,
Oh
because
yeah.
there's only so much of working at home that even somebody like me who is a homebody can take. Every
Yeah.
once in a while, your girl want to let her hair down and, start, meeting some people and, getting out there and maybe doing a little dancing because I love dancing. And so I'm just a one-on-one connection with people.
Yeah.
You want to kind of do that a little bit more often.
Yeah, and the cool thing about us being connected on Workplace, though, you could coordinate something like that easily, and I know
That's
people would show
true.
up because they're thinking the same thing you are. So
That's true. That's a great
maybe
idea, Rebecca. I hadn't thought of
I
that.
know, write that one down because
I'm
I know,
definitely going
yeah,
to.
I mean, down here in Florida too, it's been kind of quiet, but just lately people have started putting out, hey, come meet me for coffee. Let's go have a
Okay,
cocktail. And it's been really refreshing to
that's
me.
awesome.
Yeah. So, because you're going to
Look,
meet
now
people
you got
you
my
never
wheels
thought you would meet.
turning.
Uh-oh. There you go again. Well, do it. I'm going to follow up with you and make sure you did it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I want your best advice here. So you were a brand new agent a long time ago. You went and had to live a different life, and then you came back. And I know there's a lot of agents out there that did that because they
Hmm.
had to. There was
Yeah.
no choice. But I want to get your best advice to a brand new agent or someone that maybe has been around a while and they're kind of struggling. Like, how do you get through that? What do you do? What's your best advice?
My best advice is be clear about your why. Be very clear about your why. Um, the why I do real estate is so I can help people break that cycle of poverty that they may be experiencing or have had experiences with. Helping people find financial freedom through real estate is my why. Um, and being able to do that for myself and my family is my why. So, and I'm very clear on that. At first, I wasn't, which is why I was floating around and I had experiences in the very beginning, when I first got my license that weren't exactly positive.
Uh-oh.
So, when you have your why, and you're clear about why you're in real estate for the very reason that you just stated, Rebecca, because we have ups and downs, because, things fall apart at the last minute, because, sellers, buyers change their mind and, things don't go the way we want them to.
Yep.
You have to have a why that keeps you mentally strong so that you can stay focused on why you're doing the business. So even in the beginning, when you're first starting, as a real estate agent, discover your why. And also, too, I'll say, because real estate has such a high turnaround
Yep.
in the beginning, if you feel like this is something that's not for you, then don't try to do it just for the money. Real estate is one of those, in my opinion, real estate is one of those businesses that you do not get in just for the money. You do not. I promise you, you don't. And while one year you could be on top of the world, that next year, if you're not putting in that passion, that motivation and that inspiration that keeps you up when you get down, you're not going to make it. So the money can't be your why. Money cannot be your why because it's not going to sustain you. So if you're in this business because you want to make money, find another business. Find something else because real estate is not it. You have to be very mentally strong to be in this business because there are so many ups and downs. And if you're not able to ride with those ups and downs mentally, you're not going to make it. That's my advice.
Yep. So if you know your why, you'll weather the storm and
Yes.
you really could build something
Something.
really big.
Yep.
That's
Absolutely.
the best advice. Oh, perfect. I couldn't have said it any better. And I know that came from your heart. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you.
I don't want to end this, but I'm out. I'm out. That's all I got. But we're gonna come back. We're gonna do maybe Aquarius something.
Okay.
How to build your business as an Aquarius.
I love it.
I'm gonna have to think for a little bit. We're gonna have to talk about that. Maybe we'll
Okay.
do co-hosts and I don't know. It's so weird how when you put out there that you want something in your life, it does come because everyone I'm meeting is Aquarius right now. It's been so much fun. So
That is
anyway,
awesome.
yes. So, Andrea, it was so nice meeting you. I know we are going to be besties forever now. And I'm going to be keeping up with you and watching you and cheering you on because I I know you are building something huge, and I'm already just so proud of you, and I'm
Oh,
so excited we
wow.
get to be on the same team.
Thank you. Oh, I received that, Rebecca. I received that. And I want to thank you for giving me this platform and opportunity to share with you and everyone else that's listening. This has meant a great deal to me. And to be here sharing all of this with you means a great deal to me as well. So I thank you for the opportunity.
Oh, it's a call full of love.
Absolutely.
So, okay, well, with that, we're going to end our recording. And I just hope this touches everyone the way it has touched me. And we're going to see everybody at the top.
That's
So,
right.
thanks again.
Peace.